So here we come to the final steps of the door. Putting in the glass, putting on the edges, the protective molding to cover up the rubber edge, the bottom draft molding, and its protective metal edge. Time-wise, for a door that has the edging, and all the doors have the bottom rubber, but it takes about an hour and a half just to do these two steps. This being the longer of it too. This would probably take an hour. This would probably take a half an hour or a little less. So what's involved? You're stapling, at least I'm stapling all along this edge. There could be, 50 staples in here. I do them side by side. Same thing for here. In the long piece, there could be over 100 staples in here. So that takes time. And to keep it so that it doesn't start crinkling up on you and getting deformed, to keep that nice edge on it, you got to take your time and do it right. All this takes time that you really, there's no way to estimate the amount of time. This just gives you an idea of time. Glass takes an hour per panel to do. You have 10 there's 12 glass panels on this door. It probably took over 12 hours to do just fitting the glass. That's not including making the molding, okay? Just fitting this in. And that's not including cutting the molding. And that took time too. I cut all the molding separately. And so how I go about it is I use this product, and it's not a sponsor. It's just, you kind of want control of this, so it's easier to get control of a tube than it is of a caulk tube. And I lay a bead in here in the groove, lay a bead on the miters. So in here, the miters are silicone also, and then I wrap it all up in the glass. And then I insert it into this into the center of this door, okay? And then I start the process of nailing it up, and I hand nail this. They're all spaced. I measure them out, space them out, and so I want uniformity, and I want my doors to look nice. So I don't want to just put nails everywhere. You're marking them, pre-drilling them. You don't want to pre-drill all the way, just through your trim, just so the nail doesn't split it, and I hand nail it. Originally, Septa did both. They did this, and they also did brad nails. And the thing with brad nails is, if this window were to break, at least here you could find your nails and pop your nails out. When you're doing brad nails, is a case what Septa did. I couldn't see the nail heads because they were covered in paint. I couldn't see them, so I couldn't get them out. So I had to go in here and cut them out. So that's fine if you're making new doors and you want to save the glass, or the glass is good. That's not good if you're replacing this glass, okay? Because you do damage to this door here by going in here and cutting this out to get all your nails out, then you've ruined the door because you're changing this gap, okay? You would have to recut this, and it would just be a pain. So hand nail, visible nails for future, so that future generations and can see how it's constructed. And there's no question that if a year down the road, if this broke, it's simple to take apart. No mystery. So then we get that all in. We're done with that. Then what I do is take this is window and door trim siding. It's an exterior silicone. It's white. You can get it clear. And then I go around the entire outside, because there's inevitably some gaps between the door and the trim, and caulk that up. So that's where all this time comes into, doing all these little details to ensure that you don't have problems down the road. Same thing with everything else on the door. It takes a lot of time. So you want to do these glue sizing steps to your edges to prolong the plywood life so it lasts longer, especially if your car is going to be outside. That is, to me, I don't have a number to say, yeah, it's going to get you 5 more years of life or 2 more weeks of life. I don't. But I just believe that it will get you some extra life if you need it. So there's a lot of steps involved in doing the doors, a lot of hours involved in doing the doors. And that's where that time adds up in all these little details that you wouldn't think took a long time, but in reality they do take a long time to do. And be well, be blessed, be safe on your job site, in your shop, and whatever you're doing. I hope you found this little series for the door videos informative, and I hope it helps you if this is what you're doing in your museum shop to replicate some doors for a trolley that you're doing. Be well. See ya.